बच्चों, welcome back to the YouTube channel Botany Education with Sakshi. Okay, so in the last class we have seen that the pollination by wind, which is called as anemophily. Okay, so in the today's class we will see the pollination by water, which is the hydrophily. So the pollination by water, which is called as hydrophily. Pollination by water, which is called as hydrophily. And the plants which show the pollination by water, such plants are called as hydrophilous plants. Okay, hydrophilous plants. The plants which show the pollination by water, such plants are called as hydrophilous plants. And these are these are present rarely in the flowering plants. Okay, these are rare in flowering plants. Okay, which are the limited to about 30 genera. So these are mostly present in monocotyledons. Okay, these are mostly present in monocotyledons. See, like in the lower plants like the bryophyta, algae, okay, algae, bryophyta and pteridophyta. So in this also pteridophyta, okay, in this the male gamete which are transport with the help of water only, okay, which is the regular mode of transport. The male gametes which is present in the algae, bryophyta and pteridophyta with the help of water only, okay. But in the flowering plant it is present rare, okay. So see, like why? Because see, the aquatic plant are there, like the water hyacinth, and as well as the water lily, okay. In these plants, whatever the flower is there, which will emerge above the level of water. See, the flower will be emerged above the level of water. So this is the level. So in this, the flower will be emerged above the level of water, and here these are pollinated by insects. Okay, these are pollinated by insects and or else wind. Okay, the flower which will become above the level of water. So these are also the aquatic plants only. Okay, the water hyacinth and the water lily is also the aquatic plants. But in this, the flower which will become above the surface level of water, so they are get pollinated by insects and wind. Okay, so the examples, the plants which are get pollinated by water, like Vallisneria, okay, and Hydrilla and Zoostera. Okay, so next is pollinations, which are the two types. Hydrophily pollinations which are present the two types. Okay, see, the epihydrophily, okay, and hypohydrophily. So pollination by water which are takes place with the help of two types, okay, epihydrophily and hypohydrophily. Epi means above. The pollination which takes place above the surface of water is called as epihydrophily, and hypo means below. So the pollinations which are takes place below the surface of water are called as hypohydrophily. So this epihydrophily which are takes place in Vallisneria. Okay. So these are commonly called as tape grass. Vallisneria plants commonly called as tape grass, and the Zoostera. So these are commonly called as seagrass. Okay. And Vallisneria, which is the freshwater plants. Okay. It is the freshwater plant. And Zoostera, marine water plants. So in this, whatever the female flower is present, female flower will be present. It will be reach the surface of water. Okay. The female flower will be so here the female flower will be reach the surface of water. Okay. And the male flower which will become, and it will also produce the pollen grains on the surface of water. Okay. So here the female flower which will be reached on the surface of water, and the pollen grains will be also released on the surface of water. Okay. And the pollinations which are takes place passively with the help of what? Water currents. Okay. And the pollen grains will be reached onto the stigma of the female flower, and the pollination will be takes place. Okay. And coming to the hypohydrophily. Here the flower which is present below the water, okay, which is submerged inside the water. The flower which is present below the water, which is submerged inside the water, and the male flower will also present inside the water only. The male flower is also present inside the water only, and passively with the help of water currents the pollination will be takes place. Okay. And here what are the difference between epi and the hypohydrophily? See here the pollination which are takes place above the surface of water, and here the pollination which are takes place below the surface of water. Okay. And here the ribbon like pollen grains are present. Okay. So see in both the unwettable pollen grains are present. Unwettable pollen grain are present. Why? See in this the water, whatever the pollen grains which are present, they are the unwettable. Why? Because it is covered with mucilaginous covering. Okay. It is covered with mucilaginous covering. And see in this